All right, Team Strength United call, weekly call, Wednesday. Dang, I wish we had more people on our team because I have some great things that are bubbling in my brain, and it's going to take a team effort to make this decision. So the decision probably won't be made today, which kind of stinks. It'll have to be reviewed by everybody, and then I'll set a date where we can decide what we're going to do. But other than that, Tiff, were you able to get on the call last night, the Team Genesis call? You're frozen. Were you able to get on the call last night? No, I can't hear you.
No, I wasn't. I'm going to do it after the meeting.
After the what? Oh, after this?
After this call, then I was going to get on.
Okay. Okay, well, I wanted to debrief it, if people were on it to review it. I know Diana was on it. I was hoping she'd be on because she always puts some good value in. Be ready to take notes. There's so many things in this that I wish I had early on in my coaching career. I'm ready to dive into this 100%. They talk about the 500 PB coach, and they give you an assumption of, not only your income, but I know right now in your situation like that, that's what you need to hear. It's not that you're money driven, but you need to know, like, if you do A and B, are you going to be able to get C kind of thing? And I know that's something that you're struggling with right now. So the idea that I had for our team, oh, Georgia's on. Hey, Georgia. I'll ask her. Hey, Georgia, were you able to get on the call last night?
No.
Okay. Have you watched it yet, or went over the PDF?
He said on his page that it didn't record or something like that.
No, the call last night, Genesis, not the Boost Your Biz one.
Did he post it, the Genesis one?
Actually, Milan posted it, and I already posted it in Team Strength United. It's a PDF files of the slides, and you probably you need to review that because I wish I had this kind of knowledge in my early stage. That's how important it is. It's definitely going to teach you. It's going to help you make those baby goals, set those goals and reach them, and explain things. And basically, I really like what Milan said, because she's like, as a corporation, we got hooked on Success Club points and all this crap, and we forgot the story of Beachbody, bottom line. And she really explains it. She elaborates, and she lights that fire back in why you love this company so much. So you guys definitely need to follow up with that. The ideas that I had for our team, it came to me when I was working out. I didn't know if maybe with Beachbody On Demand, if we should start running 7-day groups throughout the entire month. So the first 7 days, the second 7 days, the third 7 days, the fourth 7 days. And we specify these groups like maybe the first 7 days will be Sean Week. The second 7 days will be, we could do, 21-day fix. Or we could do the third would be yoga, something like that. But it would allow you guys that haven't really had the brunt end, and I say that with grace, that allow you guys that haven't really ran a challenge group by yourself to live in a short place to access the success of running a 7-day group. And it would all be ran under Team Strength United. And this would be getting people Beachbody On Demand access. And then we could, one of the groups, if we decided to do a 14-day group, we could say, I just need you to purchase, 7 days of Shakeology, the sample, to get their full-on commitment, okay? That's one thing that Milan really stresses on, is it's not always about the challenge pack. It's about everything that we have to offer people. And we have all these workouts. And right now I'm running a free group with BOD, and it's going fairly well. And we have all these workouts. We have all these meal plans. Basically they're getting everything that our paid clients get accept Shakeology, and there's going to come a point where they're going to be like, well, I want that, but they need to be able to build trust in us. So one thing that Kevin suggested last night, because my warm market is tapped with the blitz that we've done, I've tapped. Like I literally went through every single friend. And now I'm starting, conversations with the new ones, but he broke it down in such a way. I honestly wish I would have known this last week, because I wouldn't have felt stalled out, because I did feel a little stalled. He said when you get there, when you've gone through your warm market, I wish Diana was on, because she heard this last night. But he said you can start to categorize your possible clients. A, you can put, can you help me out, clients. B, would you do this with me, clients. And C, these are the people that are already living healthy and fit. I have a really good friend I've been talking to, and she's adamant, personal trainer, teaches like a boot camp class. But she's really adamant right now that what I'm addressing is, this is the best way or the highway. So something I'm doing isn't coming across clear to her. And what I want to offer her is, like, eventually my goal with her is to sign her as a coach, because she is a firm believer in health and fitness. However, she is 20 weeks pregnant right now with her fourth. So I don't know how that's going to go. But when you see people like that are already living the healthy and fit lifestyle, not quick fixing it, like literally will post sweaty selfies or their food, stuff like that. Have you ever thought about turning your passion for health and fitness into possibly being a brand advocate or an ambassador with me? Is that something that you would be interested in? And by that, this is where I have experienced that with a lot of training products, pre-workouts, shakes, all this stuff. When I was doing my training for a competition last year, I was a brand ambassador for Alchemy Athletics. I didn't win any of their products, but I did get that bone broth, and I got homemade kombucha and some probiotics. And I've yet to see the workout and the meal plan that I won. I mean, I've reached out to them several times, so that's neither here nor there, because bottom line, I'm always going to be doing this, but if you approach those people in the aspect of brand ambassador, it feels pretty dadgum good to get asked to represent something. And all they would have to do is just, would you just mind giving me 30 days of Shakeology and then just telling me how you feel? So once you tap your warm market, that's where you start categorizing people. Your A's, can you help me out? That's going to be your close family and friends. Okay. Your B's, do this with me. This is going to be the people that adore you, that love you, that, pump you up. Now, that's not always going to work, because I have a couple people that I've been talking to for months, and the last person just like backed out on a whole different kind of assumptions. And I was like, whoa, like that's not even how I run things. I don't even know who you've been talking to. Like, obviously the person you talk to has never completed anything of mine. So, but she's scared. And like I told Daniel, like I told my husband, like, I don't want to support her. I don't want to. Like, I'm not going to hold your hand. You know what I mean? And that's where we have to get as coaches. Like, we have to realize that we come into this fully loaded with tools. And as long as we are teaching our clients every day by showing up, in our own health and fitness, personal development, we're talking about it. And, what's the fourth one? We're drinking our Shakeology. Sorry. It's all going to come back around, but you guys, Tiff hasn't seen this, but I know Georgia has. We've had coaches on this team that the moment they stop working out, they don't want to coach anymore. And that's what happens. When you stop working out, everything goes downhill. And it sucks, because these people have made great coaches, but they quit following through with the 4 vital behaviors. And then all of a sudden they are their worst enemy and they don't feel worthy. And then poor me, sad, such as me, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't have time for that crap. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when people message me, like clients, and they're like, oh, I feel so bad. I didn't get my workout in yesterday. And then they go into, I don't even finish reading it. I'm like, to the next. Like, who really cares here? You know? And it feels really good to get to that place. And you'll start radiating that out of your system. You'll notice as you go to your kids' events, you'll start pulling out the stronger women in the crowd because that's where you're at. You're not going to be getting the weaker women. Mind you, you're going to have a couple of them who are like on the fence of being strong and weak, like, poor me. Oh, I had a great day. I'm going to keep going. But the moment they hit adversity, they quit. That is not your tribe at all. Georgia, think of everything, all the reasons you've had to quit and all the moments that you could have walked away, and yet you're still here. Tiffany, you too. You're getting ready to experience something huge in your life. We don't know where that's going to go. But one thing's for certain. The one thing you can control is your workout, controlling what's on your plate, drinking your shake, and talking to people. And that's freaking power, man. Nobody can take that away from you but yourself. You know? But why bother? This is a great opportunity. You're only going to get better at this. And I don't mean at coaching. I mean at life. Okay? So while you're trudging through this unknown valley, remember that. Don't forget how far you came. Okay? Georgia can speak on that big time. She's came very far. And she's got an overall transformation that is just mind-blowing. Like when you look at her day one pictures, I mean, that's just a fraction of how Georgia has transformed. You know? So with that being said, be sure to watch, or I put the PDF file in our team page so you don't have to go to another team page. It's there. I just put it in before I started the meeting. But definitely the words I want you to really pay attention to are the 500 PV coach. That is like, and when I say money, I mean it is money, but I want you to think of it as money, as that is nutrient in your brain. You need to learn how to operate that way, because as you're doing this and you're helping people find their healthy formula, because really that's ultimately what we're doing. We're not force feeding anybody any of our stuff. You are going to start building your future coaches. And then you need to teach your future coaches the same thing that you are learning. Okay? And this is something that I have struggled with, because I don't really, like, I know the business, but I don't know the business. Like when Melanie Mitchell is like, I sit down and I watch the videos and I put notes in my 3-ring binder and blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I watch the videos when I need a question answered. Like instead of running to Marissa, I just research it. And then sometimes that fire just continues to burn and I'll end up researching like 8 things. And I'll take notes then. But I kind of feel like it's a lot of information at one time. That's how my mind processes. But if you guys do well with going into the back office and, you know, scheduling 3 videos a day and taking notes, then do it. You don't have to do everything my way. Like create things that work for you. Like Tiff, you'll work out at 10 o'clock at night. You would never catch me working out at 10 o'clock at night. My switch goes off after like 1. Like I have to go get CPR certified again. I have to renew it on the 8th, and I'll be there from 8:30 to 1. And I have to open. That means I got to work out after. Ooh, that sucks. I'm not looking forward to that day. So anyways, pay attention to those. And Diana's on, so I guess I'll ask Diana what her takeaways were from the video last night, because I think she and I were the only ones on. So, hey, Dee. So what were your takeaways? Anything you want to add?
Let me see. Well, gosh, I guess it just put in perspective of not trying to push challenge packs like we always kind of did, and kind of work towards, you know, signing people up to be Emerald coaches and teaching them how to be Emerald coaches and to sign people up as Emerald coaches and not focus so much on diamond.
Right. And not signing family up as Emeralds.
Right. Exactly.
So,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Signing Brian's mom was like pointless.
Right. And you get that. Like, you get that now. Like, hindsight's 2020. Like, I see it now. It's just that pace in the game, they were all concerned about this and this and this, and this is how they were teaching people, you know? So I also brought up, because I know you feel like your warm market's tapped, but I can honestly say that I have been to the bottom of my friends list and talked to everybody in the last 3 weeks. So my warm market is tapped. So I really liked what Kevin talked about, how he categorized A, B, and C of your warm market. Can you help me out? B, being, would you mind doing this with me? And then C, like those people that are already living healthy and fit, you giving them the opportunity to be a brand ambassador. I really like that aspect. So I didn't see if the recording was loaded. I just got the slideshow, but I will pull, if the call was recorded, I'll pull it over and put it in our team page as soon as I get off here. Diana, since you got on here, one thing, it crossed my mind while I was working out, sorry ladies, I'm going to be redundant here, is if we possibly, starting in September, to kind of start training everybody as a whole team to be running things, you know, because I feel like everybody pretty much knows what to do, but like Tiffany's never head ran a group, Georgia's never head ran a group, you know what I mean? If we started doing 7-day groups throughout the month, and this would all be through Beachbody On Demand, and it would be like Sean Week or the first 7 days of 21-day fix. And then if we did like a 14-day group, we would, you know, say, hey, all I need you to do to solidify your spot in this group is just purchase a 7-day sampler pack of Shakeology. I really feel like
I
that.
ran several.
Have you by
Sorry.
yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you never shared anything. I've seen like,
What did you say?
I've seen like when we've ran stuff together, like all of us, but like when we're on team calls, I don't ever like hear any good things, or, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like,
yeah. I've ran groups for myself.
Okay. How many people have you had in your group?
Well, I haven't had any groups lately, but the most I've had, I think, are like 3 or 4.
Okay. So what I want to do with these groups is set,
but the free groups have more.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to set a baseline, like 10 or more. And I know this sounds weird, but at the same time, I want to set a safe zone for you guys as your coach, as your mentor. If we don't get 10 in, then we don't run the group. You see what I'm saying? Do you guys get that?
All of us combined?
Well, no, like first 7 days of the month, maybe you would run it. That would be, so I would say the first 7 days would officially probably be the SIGI, the hardcore. You could run that, like be the coach that creates everything and then pull us as admins, and then we'd all dump our free people in there. And so basically we would all have free groups running at the same time, and then we would have one paid group running. You see what I'm saying? But then if we don't hit our quota of 10 for the 7 days, then we don't run the group. We hold it off until the next month, not until the next month, till the next week. And we rebuild again. You know, we talk about extending. We talk about adding more people to the group. You know, we really get it out there, the importance of it. So 1, we don't feel so rushed. 2, we don't feel down that only 2 people are in the group. And I get it. All it takes is 1. But, you know, I've really sat back and looked at how your guys' morale and your motivation and your inspiration actually deteriorates when you only have a couple people to support. It's not very fun. So as somebody who's trying to teach you guys how to continue to strive and give you tools to work with, I was like, how could we set up boundaries for like safe momentum, so to speak? So I figured if we like literally pulled out the calendar, and that's 2016, but so the 5th would be, I think the 5th is on a Tuesday this year. I think that's when he's starting everything. If I remember right, he said that. We started our first group then, you know, and then our second group would start, we could start it on the 12th third group the 19th, fourth group the 26th, but we have a certain capacity, like we want to reach. You know what I mean? What do you guys think of that? Since we have more people on, we can probably make this decision today. I've
already created my 5-day hard labor group.
Sweet, you can run the group.
Well, I've started it. I have
How'd you start it?
Well, not start it, but I've already created my group on the app and I already scheduled my post out.
Awesome.
And I've already sent emails to the 4 ladies that are gonna hopefully commit and stick to it. I still have my ad going out for it, so I don't know if I'll get any more ladies or not, but we'll see.
Okay, so you can run the first week then. So, with that being said, if you guys have anybody that's interested in doing that, Diana will make everybody an admin so we can add people there. Okay? And then she's already scheduled the post out. So that allows Diana just to leave it there, and if she feels motivated one day to put a video on the group, go ahead, put a video, but then somebody else can take charge of the motivations and stuff like that. Okay? How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay, so we're all running a free group together. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, and if you don't, like, say we hit 10, we get 10 people in, and this is 10 combined. Yes, combined.
Oh.
So say we hit 10, but Georgia, you don't have anybody in the group. So then you wouldn't you wouldn't even be a part of the group. You would start preparing for the next one. You see what I'm saying? So it creates the rollover fact. So we're not.
How many per month are we going to do? How many free? Are you saying every week?
I would say, yeah. Yeah, I said 4. So that's every week.
Okay.
So that's what we would do. And you would still, like, if nobody showed up, then you obviously would have a bit of a break. But the more research I'm doing, guys, these coaches that are changing lives left and right and adding people of value on their teams, they're running 2 30-day groups a month. They're starting one like in the first week and starting another one in the second week. And then they're also running like 3 free groups. Now, mind you, they probably all have assistants. So that's another thing that I was trying to figure out. How could we do this and still support each other as a team? You know, because I've seriously considered hiring an assistant in this last 2 months because it's been crazy. But then when it's down, it's like, what do? You know what I mean? So the way I look at it is, if we're running the free groups together, we're all supporting each other. So we don't need an assistant, and everybody's taking on the same amount of load. You see what I'm saying? Diana,
yeah,
yes?
I understand that.
Okay.
Yeah, from the wake up call from Monday, I had a hard time understanding how she said that she always kept her free groups opened and she just kept them like going and she would add people, but she said that she did them on Facebook and that she would go in and she would just delete like all the posts on there. But I was like having a really hard, like, I'm more of like a visual person. I can't really understand someone just feeding me just information like that. Like, my brain has to actually visualize it and see it. And I couldn't see how she was doing that. So I was like, I don't know how I would even do that because I can't understand what she's talking about.
You would just scroll back and delete.
Yeah, but if she's keeping people in the group and keeping them in that feed every single month, aren't they seeing that those, I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't know.
It kind of sounds like a graduate group almost. I know Stephanie, she doesn't even run monthly groups. She keeps hers open all the time and just adds people to it. And she's all over the place, because they message her one-on-one. Like, that's how Stephanie thrives, I couldn't do that. Like, I don't know if you guys have gathered, but I'll check in the page in the morning and I check in the page at night in the challenge group page, because those are the 2 allotted times in my life that I can do it, or I know I'll get pulled into it and this and this and this and this and this won't get done and I'll be up till 11 or 12 trying to finish my day, and that's on me. So I have to protect my times. But I did, with a lot of research, like really following Melanie Mitro and seeing what she does, she runs a lot of her groups, her free group, well, I think like all of them on Facebook, honestly. So, because that's where she's getting all her clients. So everybody has a Facebook, So it's kind of cool to look at it from that angle versus, well, what if people don't have Facebook? Well, then how are you connecting with them if you're not connecting with them like on Facebook? You know what I mean? So that kind of was like writing was on the wall. But yeah, so I'm running this free group through BOD right now. I had a really good question come up about Sean Week and the meal plan. There is no meal plan for Sean Week. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I was like, oh, there's not. But if I remember, aren't they doing some kind of meal plan for hardcore?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So we can definitely let people know that. I'm going to be posting a post about, I'll show you what I did. I'm actually feeding off of Kristen. Kristen's post on Instagram really caught my eyes yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I need to show the team this, and we need to rinse and repeat. Let's see, where did I put it? On my pic collage. But it's super simple. But this is all it is. That's all it is. And then I'm going to put I'm going to talk about test group starts September 5th. Something I've learned, and I don't know if you guys have learned this with these free groups, if we do not give people a deadline, they will want to be in until midnight on the 5th. You know what I mean? And I don't know about you guys, but Sunday I hit the roof. Like, I was super stressed out. I told everybody they had to have everything in by 5 o'clock. And then like at 4:59, I started getting messages, and I'm like, you got to read this stuff, So what kind of deadline do we want to set up, Diana, when we advertise? What kind of deadline? To protect our time so we can serve others better and we're not stressed out and hating what we're doing. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know. I always forget about the stupid deadline thing. Well, I mean, at least 24 hours before the group starts.
So would you say Monday let's see, we have a call Mondays at 4, which I can never be on because of pitching practice. But we have a call, would you say like 5 o'clock? So you're still kind of in a bit of an office mode. 5 o'clock Arizona time on Monday, the 4th?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. One thing I'm also going to include is like what you need. You need weights. You need an attitude to show up, and you need drive to try something new. Those are going to be my 3 points. And then I'm going to have them personal message me or comment test group for more information. And that's when I'll go into the one-on-one and the meal plan and all of that stuff. So, but yeah, that post really grabbed my attention. I think it was because it was so simple. I don't know. So I'm planning on releasing one of those today. I'm kind of behind the 8 ball as far as advertising for it because I was advertising so much for my free group. I don't even know if I'm going to have a shift group this month. If I do, it'll be mid-month. So, but the way I look at it is having the free groups being ran, getting people signed up for Beachbody on Demand. And then like if we do a 14-day group, or maybe we do like a bonus, if you get the 7-day free, or 7, I wish it was free, 7 days of Shakeology, maybe we put their name in a hat or something. But you have to remember in September, Clean Week is being released. And if you get people, see, that's another thing. Shoot, what date is that? I don't know what day. I got to check the back office. I have it written down in my agenda. The thing about that is if they sign up for Beachbody On Demand and they get Clean Week, I want to say they get 7 days of Shakeology for free. I remember hearing that at Summit. Let's see.
I didn't write it down.
I didn't either. So it's going to be in the back office. I know that. But that's another thing, and I can run that one if you guys want. I'm pretty sure that the app will have, again, all the posts. Diana, did you pull all the Challenger posts off the app that were already built in like they did for Sean Week?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
There's some, I don't know, I don't really like, the only thing, and maybe you disagree with me on this, but the only thing I don't like is when it's like they're first starting up to do Beachbody On Demand, like a free trial, and they've never really experienced it before. I don't really like to push, like, oh, all these products on them, because I feel like it makes them feel like we're just trying to push products on them. I like to kind of introduce that, not like from the very get-go, like,
what product?
you know, like the Hydrate and Shakeology.
No, you're not pushing. So
you know what I mean? I like.
You have to make it an
Well,
option.
I mean, in the post, in their.
Oh,
I mean, in their
preset.
scheduled posts, you know, they have, it's like they, you know, they kind of push it, you know, and I don't really like to like push things like right off the bat like that. I like to kind of like ease it in, like,
that's
hey.
you. That's your perception. That's how you would feel. So you have to remember, these posts that they put in there, they have been tested probably 4 or 5 years ago. Like all this stuff. Do you know how long it took for Shailene to get Pio out? 12 years before it ever made its way into Beachbody. 12 years of test group and everything, and diet and everything. So just like we trust the process in our health and fitness and our programs that we're doing, and we tell our clients to do the same thing, you have to do the same thing. And if somebody feels like you're pushing stuff down their throat, they're not ready. Because in all honesty, people that truly want results, like I have clients right now that are messaging me about Energize because they're hitting that wall in round 2 where they're like, holy crap, I'm so fatigued. What is that yellow stuff that you're using? And I tell them, and they're like, so would it help me finish? And I'm like, yeah, and it will also help you repair. And they're like, I wish I would have, seen this. And I'm like, well, it's been there. You just didn't see it. Or you just didn't care about it because you felt like you were doing
Put it in my own words, because I just don't like how they word it.
I would just leave it.
But I mean, like, I want to be able to put it like in our own words to make it sound like it's genuinely from us, not that I'm just scripting it.
Right. But don't change it. Like when it has like I don't know, like day 3, have you tried Shakeology, blah, 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 great flavors, that sounds weird. But you could be like, have you tried it? Because my favorite flavor is this, and this is why.
Yeah.
I
like
why.
To be able to make it like, this is my Energize that I'm going to take for my workout today, because I know that I'm going to be busting butt getting this done. If any of you want a free sample, let me know. I'll send you a free sample.
Or before you even
want to purchase, if you want to purchase 10 servings, purchase 10 servings.
Yeah, do that. That's what I've had to do. Some girls ask me for free samples. I'm going to be real with you. Free samples don't do anything. You pass them out, you get nothing in return. And I know that's not why we're doing it, but you don't even get whether they liked it or not. Even when you message them, hey, how did you feel? You don't even get a response. And it's like, oh my gosh, like really? So I would definitely like send them the link to purchase the 10-pack, I always go back to when I was asked to finish 7 days of Shakeology. That truly was the shift in my mind, because somebody asked me to finish it, and they asked me to tell them how I was feeling, as soon as possible. And it was day 3, I felt the change. So I'll have to look at the post, but it's been in the back of my mind before, and I just shut up, Callie. Like, shut up and just trust this. They have done this for years. They're a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar company. They have tested all this stuff on people. So
Okay.
So just remember that. And a lot of times when something affects you in that way, that's your perception on it. It's not Susie Q and Peggy Bru's perception, you know. So, but I'll check it out. I'll check the post out and see.
Okay.
And other than that, we'll go with that. I'll get the date set for clean week. I can't wait for that one to come out because I'm pretty sure it said if they do BOD and they get clean week, they get 7 days free of Shakeology. So I'm super excited about that. That's huge for them to do that. But other than that, I think that's all.
If they get, did you say if they order BOD for a year, they'll get a free samples of
I think
Shakeout?
it's going to be, the logistics is going to be, it's going to be attached to Clean Week. So there's probably going to be a link in the Coach Mobile office that's going to be Clean Week with all access. Then you would get it.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a steal. That is a steal right there.
But don't quote me on it, but I swear in my notes, I wrote it down from Summit, and because I know I took notes like crazy at that thing. And I remember taking pictures of the slides and just being like shocked that they were going to do that. Like, wow. So, and that's like, they're not even having to purchase the 30 days of Shakeology. They're just getting, they're all access for X amount, and then they get 7 days free of Shakeology. I think that's a hell of a thank you. And honestly, I think they should do that with everything. I think that's a hell of a thank you. So, because I know if we could, we'd be doing it, So, all right, girls, we're going to get kicked off here. So we'll close this down. And thank you guys for being on. Diana, thanks for your feedback. Georgia, sorry, I totally spaced that. I guess, I don't know where I've been. So, Tiff, you keep trudging through, girl. You got this. We're all with you. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for being on. Appreciate it, ladies. Bye.